Why are some people able to embrace change and consistently make great things happen in their lives, while others are stuck, seemingly paralysed with fear or moving around in ever-decreasing circles at the mercy of what's happening around them? My name's Sam Neffendorf. I'm the founder of Fearless Pursuits, and I've got over 12 years experience in guiding people to overcome fear and emotional pain so that they can live happy, healthy and free lives. Today, I'm going to share with you a path for overcoming the fear of failure and embracing courage and determination when you're facing uncertainty and challenge in your life. Now, once you get this down, you'll start to experience more fulfillment, joy and purpose in all of your endeavours, with a deeper sense of authenticity and living life on your own terms. So about a week ago, I sent out an email asking you for your top questions about fear of failure and the hopelessness that goes with it. And I was completely blown away and overwhelmed by the responses. So I thought I'd shoot this quick video and teach you a little bit about the secret to coming unstuck through resolving the fear of failure in your life. While some people make creating change look simple, it isn't plain sailing for most of us. Until we crack what's really holding us back. That's why I'm going to show you what you can do to dissolve your fear of failure, leading to greater self-belief and the ability to conquer challenges, take calculated risks and achieve amazing things. This is going to save you a lot of heartache, frustration, second guessing and staying stuck in an ever-decreasing, uncomfortable comfort zone. For many years, I was stuck in deeply unsatisfying work. I didn't know what I could do to change that, and I hated feeling like I couldn't work it out, no matter how much thought I put into it. This led me on a spiral of self-doubt, questioning my worth and anticipating failure, often jumping to worst case scenarios and expecting everything to go wrong. And that actually made my existing work even worse, as I found myself paralysed by indecision, fearing mistakes and that I'd be exposed as a fraud, found out in some way, whatever that was. It even affected my physical health, with me becoming overweight, short of breath and unhealthy, as well as self-medicating to ease my pain. But what I discovered was that my thinking wasn't really the problem, at least not my conscious thoughts. When I first experienced a simple process called EFT tapping, I found that I was able to connect to how I was feeling around my situation, and then, strange as it seemed, quickly release those feelings from my body. And not only that, I was then able to quickly and easily trace those feelings back to old memories that had established those beliefs connected to the emotions and my behaviours that resulted from them. So these were beliefs such as, I'm not smart enough, I always let people down. And through this process of recognition and discharging the old emotions, I was able to quickly transform the beliefs, which gave me freedom to change my behaviours as well. So this process was unexpected, but it worked really well, and that opened the door to me completely changing my life and my family's lives. So these days, now we live in a beautiful community in Spain, surrounded by hundreds of free, loving and creative people. I've got a wonderful, thriving online business where I've helped more than 1,000 people to heal themselves and live in alignment with who they are. I've got 2 healthy children, even though I was told that I was infertile by my GP, and they're growing up in a natural environment, learning multiple languages, and my relationships and connections with others are beautiful and nourishing in all sorts of ways. And at 48 years old, I have way more energy and vitality for life than I did in my 30s. And I'm also confident taking good risks and embracing new opportunities that feel aligned with me. So just imagine how your life could be if you were able to face challenges head on, embrace change, and persist in the face of adversity with ease, and without the paralyzing fear of failure, lack of direction, and uncertainty that causes so many people to live just a shadow of the life that they could have. It isn't just my experience. I've got a beautiful story to share about one of my past clients called Sarah. When she came to me, she was really in a downward spiral, stuck in a dead-end job, feeling helpless, hopeless, trapped and lost. Now, I remember just how broken and sad she looked when we started working together. And here's what she said about her transformation after working with me for 6 sessions and really committing herself to the process. Okay. Over the course of 6 sessions, we addressed a variety of issues, including my crippling fear of failure, my overwhelming lack of self-esteem, as well as the heartbreaking guilt and anger I felt over the deaths of my parents. It's no exaggeration to say that I'm now a very different person, and I love it. I'm optimistic, confident, and excited about life again. In the time between my first and final sessions with Sam, I've resigned from my boring, dead-end job, moved to the country and moved to the other side of the country and started a job that's far more in line with my future aspirations and jam-packed with opportunities for development. I've also started and finished my teaching English as a foreign language qualification, and I plan to leave England within the next 6 months and travel the world, beginning my career as an English teacher. I'll be forever grateful to Sam. Working with him has transformed my life beyond anything I could have imagined. So that was a beautiful transformation for Sarah. And it all started by letting go of fear and doubt and just taking some small bits of action. Okay, so there are essentially 6 steps to achieving these kinds of transformation and being able to do so whenever you're making changes in your life. The first step is actually accepting that you experience fear of failure and self-doubt. Most people are reluctant to even do that, as we've all been conditioned to think positively and avoid looking at our so-called negative thinking. But like it or not, it's there anyway. And as Carl Jung said, until we bring consciousness to our darkness, it will rule our lives and we will call it fate, or something like that. Now, once you've actually done this, accepted it, the next step is to realise that these fears and self-doubts aren't just about what's going on in your life now, or even in your adult life. You can use the thoughts, feelings and beliefs that you've uncovered to go deep into your subconscious mind and find the root cause, which is often from early childhood, or possibly even earlier than that. Okay, and step 3 is to really get into alignment with yourself and create a beautiful, exciting and inspiring vision for your life. Most people are conditioned to strive for what they should have rather than truly understanding themselves. So this step is essential if you want your goals and intentions to be inspiring and meaningful for you. Now, some people wonder why you don't do this step first. It's a great question, and the answer seems counterintuitive. But if you set your intentions and your visions while you're still hobbled by your fear of failure, your self-doubts and your limitations, then you aren't going to connect to something that's even close to your highest potential. So it makes a lot of sense to start liberating your mind, body and energy from some of the things, at least, that have been holding you back in your life before you get clear on what it is that you really desire. Okay, so next, with your vision, you can actually start taking the steps to making your dreams into your reality. And this means taking action, and the great things about taking action are that, firstly, you might actually get what you want, and secondly, when you start taking action, it really brings out any stuckness, limiting beliefs and fears that might be remaining under the surface that you weren't aware about. So it's another opportunity to self-reflect and really bust your blocks. Okay, so the fifth step is another counterintuitive one. It's about making failure your friend. Now, if you succeed in your actions first time, that's amazing, of course. But if you don't, then what next? This is where many people, maybe even most people, give up. And I really don't want that to be your story. That's why you need to transform your relationship with failure and see it as feedback instead. So people that are fulfilled, happy and successful in their lives often have a huge backlog of failure behind them. There's a saying that people that are successful, that you see as successful, have got more failures behind them than most people have even tried to create things in their life. So the sixth step is ongoing, and it's all about, well, keeping on, really. So many people start so many projects and they just give up. Now, this has been a big part of my learning, and building an indomitable body mind that will keep you going even when times are tough and things don't seem to be working out is really key to making the most beautiful life possible for yourself. So think of it like it's a metaphor from nature. The very last thing to grow on a tree is the fruit. How many times do people give up just before the fulfillment of their goals? So this step is all about being able to keep going, but just with that caveat of also making sure that you're not flogging a dead horse, of course. Okay, right, so we're going to do a little exercise now. In this video, I want to give you the opportunity to connect to the emotional and energetic blocks that are holding you back from fulfilling your intentions for your life, so that you can quickly see where you're stuck, or at least start getting an idea around that. I also hope that you will, through doing this, find some relief from feeling stuck. More importantly, I hope that it will open you up to learning the other steps so that you can finally move beyond your fear of failure, liberate yourself from its paralyzing grip, and feel empowered to bravely pursue your goals, your dreams, and even when setbacks and adversity occur. Okay, so if you know tapping in this process, you can use tapping if you already know it, but of course I'm not there with you, and tapping can feel very powerful. So remember that if you are choosing to tap, you have to take full responsibility for your physical and emotional safety. We are going to quickly find an emotional block that's stopping you achieving something that you believe would be something that you want in your life in some way. Whatever happens, whatever you experience in this process is great. We all experience things differently, so some of you watching this might see clear visions of something going on in life. For others, it will be more about thoughts or feelings. It's all good. And whatever happens, I want you to just know that your subconscious mind is only going to take you as deep as you're ready to go. Okay, to start this process, take a nice calm breath in your own relaxed pace, and I invite you to relax and settle into your chair or wherever you're sitting or lying, and notice how your body is supported, and as you breathe, just relax deeper. Place your hand on your heart and continue breathing in your own relaxed pace, allowing your gaze to soften or closing your eyes as you wish. Now, I'd like you to think of an intention or goal that you have in any area of life. Something that you'd like to achieve that just hasn't happened yet. I want you to see yourself in your mind's eye as if you've already had this thing happen, made it happen, created it, whatever it is, it's happened. And notice how this version of you looks, thinks, and feels. Just see if you can get a sense of that. Whether you're seeing it, feeling it, or just thinking about it. And now, I want you to bring your attention to whatever's stopping you make this happen. Notice any uncomfortable or difficult thoughts and feelings that come up for you. You might have some yeah buts, the what ifs, we call them tail enders, the little voice saying why that thing won't happen, the little negative thought on your shoulder, little imp on your shoulder. And now bring that so-called negative thought, belief or feeling to the front of your mind. And put your attention on it and notice how that feels in your body. Pinpoint the feeling related to this fear of failure or self-doubt. Notice precisely where it is in your body. Look at it, feel it, from above, below, left and right, front and back. Notice the size, the shape, the colour, the texture, and anything else about this feeling. Fully allowing yourself to see and feel this emotional and energetic block to your success. Acknowledging and accepting that it's there. Maybe you've been pushing it away or ignoring it like so many people do. Allow yourself to feel it and breathe into it. It's there, and it's okay that it's there. So feel into it and allow your breath to soften it. And if you're tapping, allow that also to soften it and let it flow. Okay, so now you've seen that there's some form of block, some emotional, energetic block. Now that you've seen and felt that block, you've got the power to change it. You can respond differently because you know it's there now. So you can make this unconscious reaction conscious and choose different action. So take a few more breaths into it. And when you're ready, bring yourself back. You can wriggle your toes and fingers, move around a bit, bring yourself right back to where you are if your eyes were shut, and slowly open your eyes. Okay, so yeah, just relax, chill out for a moment, and whatever you learnt, whatever came in that very short visualization, make a note of it. could be good to make a note of it. You know it's there now, and you can explore and resolve it. Start learning more about it, but just knowing it's there is going to be useful for you. Okay, so now just when you've done that, I'd like you to spend a few moments to just imagine what it would feel like to really shed your self-doubt, your fear of judgment and failure, so that you can allow your true talents, your creativity and ideas to shine through in all of your pursuits and endeavours. What would your relationships, your work, your life be like? What kind of impact would that have on you? How would it affect the ones that are close to you? How would their lives change? Getting from a place of stagnation and missed opportunities to a life full of growth, self-confidence and belief in your abilities is absolutely possible for you. When you're able to break free from self-limiting beliefs, overcome challenges and cultivate a mindset that sees failure as an opportunity for growth and success, and you're well on your way to creating balanced, fulfilling and enjoyable things in your life. In fact, creating a balanced, fulfilling and enjoyable life where you're prioritizing your well-being, your personal relationships and your continued thriving and fulfilling what you want. And I really love that. I can tell you, and maybe you can tell, I just love guiding people to realize their power and building lives that they love. And this is an area where lately, perhaps because of everything that's been going on over the last few years, I've seen so many people stuck, and I get so many people asking me questions. So what I've decided to do is offer an in-depth workshop to a small and focused group. It's going to be a training that's specifically about overcoming fear of failure and self-doubt, so that you can move forwards in whatever's aligned for you with courage and determination without that fear of failure. It's going to go really deep into those 6 steps that I just talked about. And there's going to be 6 live sessions, with each one combining practical steps that you can take to get into alignment and create what you desire, along with the most effective processes that I know for exploring your unconscious mind and transmuting your inner limitations into a personal power source that enables you to conquer challenges, take risks, and achieve success on your terms. We'll also include powerful group tapping sessions every week, where you can benefit from a phenomenon called borrowing benefits. What this does, this means that all members of a group can resolve their own individual emotional blocks just by focusing on one member's specific issue. Now, it's an amazingly effective way of working, and many people find that they shift more due to the group energy than they do in one-to-one sessions. So it's a really beautiful way of moving through things together. And of course, there'll also be a private forum where you can connect with other participants who are on perhaps a similar journey to you in some way. It's also going to be a place where you can ask me your questions to get extra support in between the modules and live calls. Now, all of this is there for you so that you can finally fully embrace your authentic self and express it without hesitation or fear of judgment. Imagine being able to confidently share your unique talents, ideas and perspectives in the world attracting genuine connections and opportunities aligned with who you truly are and what your life is potentially could be like. Now, one important note, you might feel that it isn't really fear of failure or self-doubt holding you back. Maybe you think you just need to learn more or wait until the right time for something to happen when you're ready. But what I've seen, the thing is, you'll never be ready. No one feels ready the first time they do something, or maybe even for many times after that. At some point, you've just got to go for it. And then you might fail. And if your fear or your self-doubt comes back, then that could be game over for you. Or at least for that, whatever you were trying to achieve. And if you've taken the steps to explore and reduce or even resolve it, then you'll be far more likely to be able to keep on keeping on, move what you're doing, shift your approach, and keep going forward, sideways, or whatever, so that you can really start or continue making things happen. So this small group coaching program is all about the building the power to do just that. There's going to be a limited number of spots because I really want to serve each person that joins me. It's going to be coming out very, very soon. So yeah, keep an eye on your email inbox or on your social media for the information in the next few days when I open up registration for this pilot Fearless Pursuits program. And I don't know when I'm going to be teaching this again in a group format. So it's a real opportunity for you to get in at ground level and get my personal attention, supporting you in live calls to build confidence and courage so that you can truly start living a fulfilling life that you love. So thank you so much for your attention, especially if you stuck all the way through, and watch your inbox for this time-sensitive offer for Fearless Pursuits. You really don't want to miss this. Bye for now.